Hey, this is Seth with Digital Marketing Career Blueprint. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my August 2024 Digital Marketing Career Walkthrough video. Where I will walk you through just a handful of the over 100,000 open digital marketing jobs in the United States alone. I show you how to decipher these job postings and how my students are able to get hired for jobs, even when it says they need so many years of experience and such and such. My students are able to get hired because they understand what companies are actually looking for, and there are so many opportunities, so let's dive right in. First off, we have this PPC technician position with Hook Agency, $50,000 to $55,000 a year, hybrid. Now you're going to see a mixture of hybrid, remote, and on-site jobs. Whenever a job is hybrid, that means that they want you to be in the office some days and some days are remote. But even if you don't live in Minneapolis, I encourage my students to apply because remember, there's still a major shortage of skilled workers. Most people don't even know what PPC is, which forces companies, so even though they want a hybrid worker, to often hire totally remote workers. But this looks like a very good position with a cool agency. First thing I also like about this is that there is a hiring manager here. You can contact her on LinkedIn, and she's got the hiring hashtag on there, which means that they're definitely looking for people. I like the culture, some of the keywords here: scrappy, ownership, get stuff done. I like when somebody uses that word in the job description, and I think it also means this is not a stuffy kind of buttoned up corporate type job. Implementing technical work on client Google Ads accounts, assisting with PPC onboarding tasks. This is all stuff students learn in my course. If you've been in the course, you've run a campaign, you understand proper account structure. Work closely with the lead PPC strategist. That means to train on Hook's Google Ads process. Now right there, that also indicates it's a great opportunity for somebody coming right out of my course, because you're basically saying right there, there's going to be a senior PPC strategist training you on how they do things. QC, quality control, scheduling the weekly shadow sessions. That also means you're going to be getting trained. And yeah, this is, and I like this here. Have you been interested in learning Google Ads? So this year you stayed excited about taking the next step in your career. Do you want to work alongside some of the best home service marketing agency? This ambitious, eager PPC. This is a great, this is entry level salary, guys. In this field, 50,000 is an entry-level salary. Most students, are making 60 to 70 within a year. So this is a really good opportunity here. I always recommend you guys, whenever you're applying for, whether you're into digital marketing or not, don't just click easy apply, although you can do that. If you do that, make sure your LinkedIn is done the way I show in the course. And I'll tell you more about my course in a minute if you're not sure what that is. But I tell you, Google, use Google. I looked up Hook Agency and I checked out their website. You want to see the kinds of clients they work with, their culture, so that you can actually tailor your cover letter to their culture. For instance, again, when you see that people, when they're using, this type of language, like, where was it? They're telling you the hiring process here. When they say stuff like extreme ownership, get stuff done, this is, and then we love to say just effing Google it. This is somebody that this is an agency that's definitely going to like what you're doing in the course by learning stuff through an online course, Googling things, figuring things out, taking the initiative to run a campaign when you've never done one before, building a website, all that stuff. So you definitely want to talk about that. There, you can watch this video about their culture. Submit your resume, phone screen. Remember, I talk about this in the course, guys. This is how it is for most jobs. There is a phone screening usually. It's just a preliminary, get to know you kind of call where they tell you more about the role and see if you kind of would fit in their culture, and then an in-person or they're saying in-person. I'm telling you guys, the thing you have to remember is that Minneapolis is not a big city. They've only had 53 applicants, and one of the things I always like to show you guys if you have LinkedIn Premium is that the people applying for this, you should never be intimidated. This is not a large amount of applicants. I'm going to show you other jobs where there's more applicants, but don't even worry about it. You're usually, again, if you've done everything in my course, you've usually done a lot more than the other people applying. When you look at LinkedIn Premium and you get to see the skills that other applicants have, and when you see things like communication, customer service, Microsoft Office, social media, teamwork, time management, these are all really pointless soft skills. Let me clarify what I mean. I've talked about this. Yes, it's good to have communication skills, of course. It's good to have teamwork skills, time management. But if people are listing that on their profile as like a skill, that means that they do not have the hard skills in most cases that I am teaching you in the course. This is the type of thing like a recent college graduate would have, something like that. Employers want to see the hard skills of digital marketing, Google Ads, Google Analytics, marketing strategy, PPC, problem solving, things like that. So I think this is a really good opportunity if you're a student in my course. It's always good to look at their website. You can see they, filled these other positions, but this one is currently hiring, and you can see that, it's pretty much the same thing you saw on LinkedIn. But also, right here you get this info. This is the email address for the actual, hiring manager here, Erin, it looks like. Again, I would message her directly on LinkedIn and do it on the company website. Never just click easy apply and bulk apply. I teach this in my course. Whatever field you're pursuing, don't just get on there and bulk apply. It's lazy, it's not effective. It's not effective. You want to customize your application to show that you care. You're the type of person that they are looking for, and that's how you get the results. So this looks like a really good opportunity right here. A lot of you might be wondering, how do I actually learn how to do digital marketing, PPC, SEO, social media, paid social media management? That is my course, the Digital Marketing Career Blueprint, where I teach this. There's 45 hours of training, mentorship, and support, and more testimonials than you've ever seen from any online course. This is me with some students in Atlanta and New York. I've had students working at the same agency. This is Keyshawn, who makes almost $100,000 a year at age 23. I'm going to do a video about him. I've had students work at these companies. You can see there are, there's so many job openings, even with the slow economy, and the economy is going to start turning around very soon now that interest rates are dropping. And you can see if you go to my Instagram or on YouTube, you've seen these are, I post testimonials from students. These are people with their LinkedIn profiles. You can just read the success stories here. And then in my Facebook group, students will often post job openings at their companies. Once they get hired, they come back to the community to tell other students about this, like Benjamin. My company is hiring PPC specialists. And he wants to, be your personal contact there. He can be a reference for you. You can see that Benjamin, he just started within the last year. He's already managing $250,000 in monthly ad spend. And that started out from the course. He wasn't managing anything like that. He ran very small campaign like I show in the course. People come in with no experience, and they're able to level up to this kind of experience very, very quickly. Students also post their successes in the Facebook group when they get hired or if they get promotions. Thanks to how fast digital marketing has grown, and also the fact they do not teach this in college. Yes, marketing majors do not learn about digital marketing. It's crazy, but my students do, and that is how they get hired. So again, if you'd like to learn more about how it is possible and how you can start a career in digital marketing with no previous experience or education, click the link below to check out my free webinar, and I will tell you a lot more about what this field is, what these jobs are, and how you can get started with no experience and even no degree. Back to the job openings. This is a digital account manager role that is totally remote, $55K to $70K per year at a place called 10 Golden Rules. Now, one thing I like is if you watch my walkthrough videos again and again, some companies you'll see them hiring again and again. This is an agency that specializes in lawyers, and I'm going to look at their website in just a second. Whenever you see 55 to 70K in the salary, that is a communication. That is code. What that means is that, hey, we would like somebody with some experience, but we're open to somebody with less experience. As a digital account manager, your primary function will be to implement world-class digital marketing to improve our clients' online businesses. Passion for digital marketing. I like it when they say that, because that also, again, is saying they're not asking for you to have experience managing $1 million in ad spend. Also, Google Analytics, Google AdWords certification, a bonus. I always say this in my videos, guys. Every working professional in paid search has Google Ads certification. It's a standard thing. So when they put that it's a bonus in the job description, that also is a signal that this is a entry-level position, that you do not need a ton of experience. Manage timelines, budgets and approvals, budgets and results, etc. They're not actually even saying the things. This is the cool thing. When you apply with your resume the way I show you how to do it in the course, and you're talking about things like proper account structure, budget pacing, things like that, that will signal to the people hiring that you know what you're talking about. And I checked out their website over here. I'm in I'm in Hungary at the moment. You can see it's in Hungarian, but this is actually based in Florida, and it is a internet marketing firm that specializes in lawyers, which is also means it's a good, lawyers obviously make a lot of money, meaning they have money to spend, and it's also these are very, very competitive, competitive market. So, this agency looks like a good place to check out, so I would do that. Paid ad specialist, Phoenix, Arizona, remote, full-time, entry level. This is BXB Media, which is an HVAC company. So you're going to also see, guys, there are certain agencies or companies that specialize in certain industries. Some specialize in dentists. Some specialize in HVAC. Some specialize in chiropractors. Some specialize in lawyers. Those are all good. Why do they specialize? Because those clients have a lot of money to spend. HVAC is also a place that is very competitive on Google Ads. There's a lot of money being made there. In terms of advertising. $50,000 to $60,000, again, means this is definitely an entry-level position. Perform daily account management of pay-per-click accounts on Google AdWords. I think it's funny because they changed the name to Google Ads like years ago, but some people still call it AdWords. Yahoo, Bing, and other search platforms, but mostly Google Ads and maybe some Bing advertising when they say that. Assist in the management display network. Again, this is not, I talk about the display network in my course. This is a very small percentage of Google's money, mostly advertisers are advertising on the search network, and I talk more about what that is in the course. Keep pace with search engine and PPC industry trends, which is also something that you need to do, and I teach people how to do in the course. Google Paid Ad Experience, certification. I like how, and it's the other thing, it says Google Paid Ads Experience or similar platform. It doesn't say how much. Good communication, highly motivated, et cetera, et cetera. So I would definitely check this job out. And I always like to take a look at a few different things. I like to look at what the other applicants, and I've had students, I think I told you, Carlos, who was a student of mine. Oh, this is Carlos's original testimonial to me from 2019. And he was actually going to become an HVAC technician. And now I'm showing you an HVAC advertising company. But he actually got his first job out of like 600, it was a 600 person digital marketing agency, but there were 700 applicants, and he was one of 13 managers to get hired back in Colorado in 2018. And now Carlos, since then, he is really doing well. He's actually, let's see here. This is also, I like to illustrate in these videos how, it's not just about grabbing money. That's what I don't like about all this make money fast type things. This is about how you can grow in a career. So he has managed over $75 million in Google ad spend since he started up. He's now, an influencer. He's posting stuff, and he has worked, let's see. Yeah, this is when he got his first job back then moved up to his current position now in a period of about 5 years. So that's the kind of thing you can do when you get these skill sets, and even a job that pays, $50,000 can, lead up to, he was making over $70,000 or I think $80,000 last time we spoke. So my point of that whole thing was that don't be intimidated when you see a lot of applicants at all, even if they are qualified. It looks like for this particular job, the other applicants do have relevant experience. Pay-per-click, paid search campaign, bid management, things like that, things you learned from the course. But don't be intimidated, because again, Carlos was in the same situation and he was able to get hired. My students often have gone up against people that have more experience than them, but are still able to get the job because of how I teach them to do PPC management in the course. And I just like to inspire you, because you should not, a lot of people lose out on their job search before they even start, because they think, oh, I can't get the job. And I always try to encourage people to always apply, even if you don't think that you're qualified. Don't worry about the other applicants. And again, and I'll show you some other examples where you'll see that even the other applicants are not qualified. But this looks like a good opportunity. I also, again, recommend go on Google the company, check them out on LinkedIn, make sure it's a legit company. I check them out, make sure they have some followers, some employees, things like that. Make sure they have a real website. So this is, the same posting here, and I would definitely, always post. Actually, I think you just click here and it'll take you to that page, but I checked out their website just to see their other openings as well. When you click on View Other Openings, you can see that in addition to the paid ad specialist, there's also a digital marketing coordinator and SEO content specialist. Now, the digital marketing coordinator, this is a lower paying job. This to me says this is even more entry level. And SEO content specialist, obviously, this is the, you're going to see other job postings that are for SEO, which is the other thing I teach. And both of those look like good opportunities as well, so I would check them out. This is a junior media buyer, full-time, entry-level, remote. This is for an insurance company. And again, when I see this one, almost, I would say, some people might say it looks too good to be true, but this is really what I talk about in my webinar, the like low-hanging fruit. It's like 10% of the jobs out there are like junior, entry-level. You need to have almost no experience and very little knowledge. Paid social junior media buyer. So when you see paid social, that means meta ads, not Google ads. But this is something else we teach in the course. Set up, launch, monitor, and optimize meta campaigns, pixel placement, reporting, A/B split testing, ad copy, all that type of stuff. Desired skills, familiar with Meta Ad Manager, all not a must. We will train the right person, creative thinker. This is a good opportunity for anybody who has even experimented with meta ads. And I checked it out because I was like, really? That seems like too good to be true. But Cynthia here is a recruiter. She is, I'm going to close these windows. She is talent acquisition management in New York City. She obviously has a legit profile here, and you can see she's posting for other positions, meaning that what's happened is that Auto Quotes, or this insurance company, has hired Cynthia as a representative to find them a suitable employee who knows about Facebook advertising. And that's a great thing also when you have these skill sets, is that hiring managers, employment agencies are your best friend, because when Cynthia has been hired by this insurance company, when she finds somebody like you who has that experience, she gets paid a commission, just like a talent agent or a sports agent, which is why when you get these skills and you get some experience, you go to these employment agencies, and they will advocate for you because they want you to get hired so they can get that commission. So that's who Cynthia is, a talent acquisition management employment agency. And this junior media buyer, if you ever see junior in the position, then definitely apply, because that means very, very entry level. You can use Easy Apply here, but I would also message her. I checked out their website, Auto Quotes, and you could also message them directly. I didn't see a careers page, but I would definitely always make sure you message hiring managers as well. If there's you don't want to ever just do Easy Apply if you can help it when you're applying for jobs, my opinion. This is a paid media general application at Single Grain. So Single Grain, this is one of these positions. You can see it's been up for 4 months. That is because Single Grain is a huge agency, and Eric, I don't know how to pronounce, I think it's Sue. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He actually has a YouTube channel, and he does like podcast style interviews. It's very popular. I think he has about 200,000 visitors to their blog, YouTube channel with 74,000 subscribers. I think it's even more at this point. But they are one of these agencies that's always growing. So when they say general application, that means they're constantly looking for talent. And if you've done my course and you see a guy with a hashtag hiring on LinkedIn, just apply. They want tech savvy, self-starting, resourceful, entrepreneur, highly ambitious. I've had students get hired by Single Grain. They're looking for senior paid media managers. That's a little above your experience level, but you can do paid media manager, paid media specialist, paid media socialist. Paid media associate, not paid media socialist, paid media associate. And then if you click here, no, that's not it. Where is it? That is the same page from before. I will magically pause this. Here we go, magically. This is Single Grain's website. You can see we're actively hiring paid media and SEO roles at Single Grain. You click view open positions, and you're gonna see the position we just looked at. And again, you can apply. They have Easy Apply. You can do that, but I would also always, paid media manager. Where's the general social media manager? Show more, general application, paid media. Again, when you see it's been posted for a long time, I know in other fields that could mean, hey, they forgot about it. No, these agencies always need new talent. There always is turnover, not because it's bad, it's good. It's because it means once somebody is on LinkedIn with showing that they're working at this agency managing all this budget, that means recruiters are gonna try to poach those people. That's happened to me, it's happened to my students, and there's turnover because other agencies will try to get employees and pay them more money. So when you see it's been up for a year, don't worry about that, apply anyway. Here is a PPC search specialist at Juice. Exciting brands and tech startups. Strategize and execute, develop comprehensive campaign strategies, manage and optimize campaign setup, management, and optimization of Google, Bing, and other PPC campaigns. And when they say, it's so funny, guys, when they say Google, Bing, and other PPC campaigns, the only real money, the money is on Google. Bing is secondary, it's 10% of the market. And then any other PPC platform is like 2%. Create high-performing ads, in-depth keyword research, targeting techniques, all the stuff we teach in the course. And now, here's the thing. It says mentor junior team members, provide guides. So I've had students, very ambitious students, who even though they only had 5 or 6 months of experience or even 3 months of experience from the course, were put into leadership type positions very, very quickly because of their passion and understanding of PPC. But what do I teach you guys? This is actually the first time we've even seen years experience, but I always tell you guys, 2 years experience, 3 years experience, when you see it, ignore it. Doesn't matter. None of my students, you've seen all the success stories, you've seen all the testimonials, none of those people, when they got their first job, had 2, 3, 4 years of experience. Most of them had a few months, maybe 6 months of experience from the stuff. They generated their own experience in the course. Comprehensive understanding of keyword research, campaign management, and optimization, which you will have if you do all the assignments in the course. Proficiency with SEM reporting, certification in Google AdWords, or ability to obtain certification. That also, again, anyone who's got 2 years of experience is going to be certified. So that tells me, again, they're open to entry level, passion for growing businesses and driving results. Once again, when you see this easy apply, you can apply that way, but I would also check out the company, see who works there, and contact them directly, but also go on Google and just type in Juice Digital Marketing Agency, which is what I do, or not, obviously not Juice Digital Marketing Agency, it's going to be whatever agency you're looking at. Go to the bottom, and right here, most of these agencies have a careers page, and I could click on. It's going to tell you about the open positions, the culture. It's going to tell you about the time off, health benefits, retreats, remote work, things like that. And you can see right at the top they've got PPC search specialist, remote, paid social, meaning Meta. When you see PPC search or paid search, that's Google, and paid social is Meta, and they have a lot of positions here. And I would click on these and go right to the company website to apply as well. Don't just do easy apply. Here is an SEM PPC specialist at DemandWorks Media 1 month ago. I like this location, suburbs of Chicago, but remote work options available. Are you a detail-oriented, data-driven marketer with a passion for optimizing ad spend and maximizing conversions? You definitely are if you've done my course. Plan, create, and manage paid media campaigns across Google Ads and Bing Ads, keyword research, ad copy and creative. Bachelor's. Now again, this is the first time we've even seen this, but I always say it in all my videos. Bachelor's degree means nothing. So if you have a degree in marketing, great. If you don't, great. I have never met a student who got their digital marketing PPC job from their marketing degree because they don't teach it in college. It's insane. You will spend 4 years in a marketing degree program, learn outdated concepts from the 1980s taught by professors who are very, very old and totally disconnected from the industry, and not learn anything about paid search, Google Ads, Meta Ads, or SEO. Then it says 1 to 3 years of experience preferred. I like this, but not required. I love how experience running and optimizing campaigns. Which is it? Do you want the experience or not? When you see these mixed signals, this is again an indication that this is a very, very entry-level position. And when you see 1 to 3 years, that is also them saying, hey, we'd love someone with a lot of experience, but we're open to somebody who doesn't have that much experience, written skills, previous SEM experience at a beach. Like, what they're saying is that experience preferred but not required, but you need to have experience, but it's not required, but it's preferred. But also you should have, it's a plus if you have previous experience with B2B. When you see these mixed signals, guys, don't get upset and go, oh God, go, great, this is probably a great place for me to apply. Work from home once initial training is completed. This is a remote position. Again, now they're saying must be located in Chicago or surrounding suburbs. Don't worry about that. They've had a lot of applicants. Obviously, when you see, especially for remote jobs, there's going to be a lot of applicants. What this means is that they haven't found the right person. And I said again and again, guys, I've hired people to be PPC specialists. And when you see 1,000 applicants, that doesn't mean, oh my God, I'm so happy because I got 1,256 amazing candidates. What usually happens is you got bots up, there's bots that submit resumes. People submit resumes. They don't know what PPC is. They just are applying left and right on LinkedIn. And it's terrible for the hiring manager. Your resume, your skill set, even if you just done the course, stands out so much. And what usually happens is that they're going to limit themselves if they say you have to live in Chicago. I'm sorry, guys. You have to understand that. And I'm sorry to this company. Say, well, we want to find someone great that lives in Chicago. Now, Chicago is a great city. It's a great place to live. There's a lot of people that live there. But I'm sorry, there just aren't enough talented, skilled PPC SEM specialists in the country. And if they limit themselves to this one city, they're just not going to find the right person. So if you come in, you don't live in Chicago, and you have the skill sets, and the bar is so low where they're saying we're going to train you, you don't need that much experience, they're going to pick you. There's a good chance that they're going to pick you, and that's the attitude that you want to have when you go and apply for these jobs. I've also had some students that have relocated for jobs, which is possible if you have that kind of mobility, but it's not necessary. Don't be intimidated when you see that. Always apply. Here is another opportunity, EM Search Consulting Account Manager, Chicago. And this one's been up for a long time as well. They have had a lot of applicants. And so when I see this, the first thing you should do when you see one that has been up this long is go to their website, Google the name of the company, and I went over here, and they are still hiring. They're still looking for this, and they are giving you the email address right there. And they say 2 years of paid ads experience, Google Ads, Facebook. And again, you don't need 2 years of experience. Apply. Obviously, they are not finding the right person. And again, other times, companies want to find a pipeline of talent, but there's no harm in doing this, guys. There's no harm in applying for these positions. Some people, I've seen other videos from career advice people where they're like, oh, it's so terrible that they have this position listed and they're not hiring right now. That's a terrible attitude, guys. What if you give them the resume and then in 3 months a position opens up and they call you and you get hired? Like, don't have that attitude. Have a positive attitude about it. And the fact that it's still right on their website here says to me that they are still hiring. So I research the company like I teach you guys to do in the course. Make sure your cover letter and resume is customized and personalized, and apply. Here is a paid search manager position in Denver, Colorado. And again, when you see reposted, that again usually means these agencies are constantly hiring. When you see 55K to 77K, that is another indication that they are looking for, someone with experience and open to someone who doesn't have much experience. Positive working relationships with client, develops and executes search strategies to exceed clients' goals, probably with Google Ads. And it says here, look, 1.5 years of client-facing experience. 1.5 years. I like how it's so precise. But again, I've had students get hired for jobs where it said you needed 4 years of experience. Hands-on experience in campaign development, AdWords fundamentals, and AdWords Search Certified, which you will have from the course, and familiarity with industry tools. Again, these are all, keywords that indicate that this is not a senior position. Bachelor's degree. Again, it's so absurd, guys. In 20 years, people are going to look back and laugh at the fact that people thought they needed bachelor's degrees for jobs like this. It's like absurd. Marketing majors, business majors don't learn anything about actually getting your hands into account and managing real money. Even if you just manage, like from the course, $50, $100, or you get a client that's spending $500 or $1,000 a month, that is worth 1,000 times more than someone who has a degree in marketing and doesn't even know what cost per click or cost per conversion is, or any of those other things. And I did that interview with Nicole, I don't know if you guys remember, who was majoring in marketing, and her friend was talking to her, and she was going in for an interview, and the friend's majoring in marketing and didn't know what CPC stands for. That's the difference between having real world experience and being a self-starter with strong multitasking ability. That is going to impress people more than a degree. And I like they have bonuses here. This looks like a good company. Again, you always want to research the companies and say something a little bit personal in your job application, your cover letter, things like that. You can click in on there. Looks like they have, this is interesting too. They are not recruiting via WhatsApp or Telegram. That should go without saying. You want to apply on LinkedIn, Indeed, these sites like that. Paid search manager, right there. Paid social media coordinator is probably more of a coordinator, means it's like you're dealing with people and projects, but paid search manager is dealing with actual ad spend, which is what we teach in the course. So definitely check out this company. And again, guys, remember, even if you don't get this particular job, they will keep your resume and your LinkedIn on file for the future. And here's the actual, it's the same thing here. But again, I would apply here, right on their website. They have a whole thing to attach your resume, and I would apply over there. Here is the search engine optimization specialist. Now, you may have noticed in this video, I have done a lot more paid search than SEO positions. There are a lot of SEO positions. I kind of did it randomly, but I will say that the majority of my students who have success, it's PPC is number 1, SEO is number 2, and paid social or Facebook ads is number 3. So this is SEO specialist, organic strategy at Veracity. We're working alongside 4 other humble, hungry, and smart SEO specialists. I like the language here. We all need to get paid. The budgeted rate for this position is $55,000, $75,000, depending on experience. Once again, anybody who has those 2 to 3 years of experience or whatever they're looking for is going to be paid $75,000 a year. Day in the life. I like Groundhog Day job. Respawning the same levels task each day. This job isn't for you. Each day is a little different for an SEO specialist. They'll never get boring. And there's another reason why you might wonder, like, why in my interviews are my students so excited about getting a job where they're working on marketing? It's because there is always interesting stuff to do at these jobs. It's like solving a puzzle. It's like being a detective. You need to know the heck out of search engine optimization, 40-hour week, and 2 years of experience in roles directly managing SEO strategy and execution. Again, don't worry about that, guys. When you see 55 to 75K, it says it right here, depending on experience. That means that they are open to somebody with less experience. Nobody with 2 years of experience is going to be paid $55K a year. That is too low. So the fact that they're saying it here, 55K, means, hey, guess what? You don't necessarily have to have 2 years of experience, but we'd like to have 2 years of experience. The ability to develop a true SEO strategy. And in my course, I give my students an SEO audit assignment, which is a project that shows that they know how to do an SEO audit and strategy. Proficiency with analytics, SEMrush, which we teach in the course. WordPress, which we learn in the course. Great opportunity. I definitely would check this out. A lot of applicants, remote job. Remember, when you have a remote job, so many of these applications are going to be, bad applications. Plus, also, when you see easy apply, that usually inflates those numbers because anybody can just click this button. And again, people apply and they don't even know what SEO specialist is. I also went on their website again. Google. Use Google. It's your best friend. Veracity Insurance Solutions. I just Googled that. I found their website. I went to their jobs page. It's the same thing here, but I would definitely apply here on their website and not just on easy apply. Okay, we're almost done here. I know I've been going for a while, but now actually I have another SEO consultant position, $55K a year. That is an entry-level position if I ever saw one. Meet the hiring team. So cool, when they have a hiring team, you want to try to find out who that is so you can connect with them directly. Develop all strategies for a small portfolio of local SEO clients. That's where you also would want to include your experience with Google My Business as well. Firm understanding of SEO best practices. I like it when they say firm understanding of something, that is again indicating it is an entry-level role. The other thing about this one is that I have my coach, Juan Salinas, who is one of my PPC coaches who grades all the structure assignments, works at Search Lab. So that is really cool to know that they have hired students of mine before. Not in SEO in this case, he's a PPC guy, but that is pretty cool. And again, I would go Google Search Lab Digital, go to the career opportunities. You can see they have an SEO analyst, consultant, and team manager. You wouldn't, the team manager obviously is somebody with more experience, but analyst, updated very recently. You definitely want to check this one out. And here is the last one I'm going to do, paid search. And here's the last one I'm going to do, paid search specialist, $60K to $65K a year. That is definitely an entry-level salary. Some entry-level salaries are $50K, some are $60K. Implement and support paid search campaigns, account setup, strategy development, organization and management, reporting, analytics, trend tools, A/B split testing, etc., etc. 2.5 years of related work experience. Don't worry about that. Hands-on experience managing monthly campaign budgets, $50,000 plus. Don't worry about that either, guys. I told you I've had students get hired for jobs that said you needed this type of thing. Plus, in my course, one of the things I teach you about is that if you volunteer for a nonprofit, many nonprofits have what's called Google Ads grant. And that means that they get a free $10,000 a month advertising stipend to advertise their nonprofit. It's like Google kind of like charity type thing. But my students, even again, just a couple weeks into the course, suddenly are managing $10,000 a month. And I'll tell you this, again, in this field, there are not many skilled workers. So if you come in and you say, hey, I manage $10,000 a month, that is close enough. And even if you've only managed $1,000 a month, I still say always apply. You never know. I got one of my best jobs in this industry because I applied for a senior position that required like 10 years of experience. I only had 1 year or 2 years of experience. And they said, well, you don't qualify for this senior position, but guess what? We have a junior position. So it never hurts to apply. Google certification, a plus, another indication this is entry level. And again, this is an entry-level salary. They're not going to, 2 years of experience, you should be making at least 70, 75K. So again, the salary is another indicator, like I've said over and over again. It's cool to say they have incentive pay based on revenue managed. That is pretty cool. Also, what I wanted to point out is I have a few different students working there. Jeremy Thomas I interviewed, and Jay Mistry. He took my course a long time ago, actually, and works at this company, Tinuiti, which I don't know how to pronounce that properly. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that you found some inspiring examples here. If you want to learn more about how you can start a career in digital marketing with no previous experience or education, click the link below to check out my free webinar where I will explain this in much more detail. Explain to you why this field exists, why these jobs exist, why there are so many openings, and how you can get into this field even if you have never heard of Google Ads or SEO before this video. Thanks again. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you in the next video.